Hey guys, how's it going? So we finally got the season 4 live stream reveal stream the other day. A few days ago now, as of the time of this recording. I was not around for that actual live stream, so I didn't miss it. I have watched it though on my own time, and we've had a lot of discussion about it over on my Discord server. A lot of discussion about it, a little heated discussion on occasion as well with a few people, but it is what it is with new content. So the question keeps coming up to me from all different directions. What is my thoughts on the new content? And I feel like I am going to basically say what a lot of the community has been saying so far is that it's okay, sure, this is fine. That's kind of how I feel about it. Obviously, there are people who are very excited about the new content, and every game has a little bit of fanboyism. I get fanboyism on my own games on occasion, so it's perfectly fine to fanboy over stuff. But from what I've seen across different social medias and different servers is that it's not like standout, oh my god, this is blowing my mind, amazing content. It's more just, this is okay. This is something new. A lot of this stuff people have been asking for a while. But there's nothing extremely crazy or innovative or brand new that we've never seen before. The first DLC coming with Season 4, Seeds of Change, is basically Bright Harvest 2.0 with a bit of the Seat of Power, the DLC with the palace, mixed in with it in the version of the Hacienda. That's pretty much all it is. The whole fertilizer mechanic, I wasn't aware that we needed to boost farm production any further than we already could, but apparently we do need to do that. So we're boosting farm production even more with the fertilizer mechanics. Now, the Hacienda is a very interesting mechanic. It is kind of cool that we can build one on every island. And as you can see in the background right here with the live stream playing, this is the live stream from the other day, by the way. That's just kind of in the background. It's something to go on and have in the background. We can produce some other goods from the old world now in the new world. Grain, potatoes. I know there was some other stuff. There was stuff about beer and everything. So there's several different goods that we can now produce in the new world that we could produce in other regions. Spices, I see spices right there as well. This has caused a bit of controversy. Some people don't like the idea of being able to produce these old world goods in the new world now. They feel like it kind of takes away from the whole inter-regional trading aspect. But at the same time, I don't really care about that. We've already had advanced roasters and advanced distilleries that we could produce in the old world already from the Research Institute. And part of me thinks that somewhat of the downside of all of this is that there is a limited radius around that hacienda in which you can build all the different stuff. There's several different farms. There are housing modules that you can do. So it's not like a free-for-all change everything. You still are going to have to kind of think about what you want to do around that hacienda. So there is a bit of a challenge and a bit of a thought process there that you have to take into account. Obviously, if you don't agree with that, it's fine. Some people have not agreed with that assessment, and they feel like it's just a whole... someone said it was basically a trainer. Completely replace everything, so just it's a cheat. Similar to Docklands being a cheat to a lot of people, so it is what it is. Again, I don't really see it that way because there is limited space around the hacienda. It's a large space, but there is a bit of space around there that you have to consider what you want to include. So the hacienda is actually an interesting mechanic. I kind of like the idea of it being a mix of a trade union, town hall, palace type thing. So it's it's an interesting mechanic, but it's nothing new. Kind of my entire thought on everything so far. Nothing we've seen so far is brand new. It's a lot of reskins of existing mechanics. The Hacienda, again, like I said, is a mix of stuff we already have. And that's basically all the first DLC is. It's the Hacienda and the fertilizer. Boom, that's it. The second DLC, what is it? Like something skies? I already forgot the name of it. But the second DLC, has to do with airships. Honestly, that's the least interesting thing to me. the whole airship mechanic stuff. It's not very interesting. I don't really care about that. Um, Commuter peers in the New World, I'm sorry, but okay, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but the New World is not that difficult, people. Okay, the New World is not difficult. Workforce in the New World is not difficult. It's not that hard to have Ornaleros and a few Obreros on different islands, or concentrate all of your Obrero stuff on one island and use workforce boosting mechanics, workforce reduction mechanics to negate your workforce you need. We did not need commuter peers in the New World. We don't need them. And we're not getting commuter peers. We're getting airships that transfer workforce. It's a commuter peer, okay? It's a commuter peer with a different name. But yeah, we did not need that. My mic was way up in my face, wasn't it? We did not need the commuter peers in the New World. I think it's a silly mechanic. I think it's appeasing a portion of the player base that just can't handle workforce. And I disagree with that, because I think having a bit of challenge in the game is still good. One of my main complaints that a lot of people know about is that the game feels too easy these days. And so mechanics that they keep adding in to make things easier, albeit, yes, you don't have to use those mechanics, which I understand. You don't want to use it, just don't. But I don't like the fact that they're putting them in the first place. To me, they're catering to the people that just can't play the game. Hate me for that. I don't care. They're catering to the people that just can't figure it out. And I think that's kind of sad. I think I would rather see people learn and grow with their knowledge in the game and their skill in the game, instead of just handing them a freebie to make it easier. So it is what it is with that. The airship combat. This is my hands of I don't care. You all know, for the most part, I don't care about airship combat. I don't care about combat, period. This is not World of Warships. This is not Age of Empires. The combat in this game is very lackluster. It is very boring. I know that there are other YouTubers out there who use military mods and stuff. Those mods literally just give the AI about 5,000 cheats. There's nothing difficult about it. I find military stuff in this game boring. The airship combat is boring. Some people are like, oh, I finally get a way to take gas plateaus. That's actually on the developers and poor game design in the Passage DLC, where they implemented gas plateaus that were unreachable by ships, and the only way you could take them from the AI, if you were dumb enough to let them settle the gas plateaus in the first place, is to buy it out from them. That's poor game design. That just is. That is what it is. It's poor game design on that part. Airship combat is a gimmick. 1% of the player base cares about that, I think. So, whatever. The whole mail system, obviously we don't know what that is. So, I don't have any thoughts on the mail system, because we don't know what's going on with that just yet. I don't know what to say about it. It's going to be a mail system. Ground mail carriers. Okay. I keep looking down because I keep watching to see what's happening on screen. But yeah, the whole airship DLC, it's a whole DLC dedicated to airships. Who cares? We already have airships. Do we need more? I don't think so. I don't really care for the airships in the first place. I'm a sailing person. I like sail ships. I don't even like cargo ships, honestly. I don't even like the cargo ships or the extravaganzas or the Great Eastern. I like my clippers. Hate me for it. I am inefficient. I like my clippers. We don't need more airships, but we're getting them. So the second DLC is kind of it's a toss out. I don't really care. The third DLC is probably the more interesting of them so far, because it is giving us a third population tier that might urbanize the New World a bit more. And that's pretty much all we know about it. So it might be more interesting because it gives us a reason to expand the New World a bit more. It might make it look a little more cosmopolitan. So, that's kind of interesting. I'm interested to see more about that one later on. Of course, we won't know anything about it for quite a while. But that one might be somewhat more interesting because it is adding another population tier. It is adding more production chains, which, go ahead and be ready for it. it's going to add more multi-factories. They are big on the multi-factories because it's the least amount of effort they have to put into it to make it work. So we're going to have more multi-factories. So the third DLC might be interesting. But I hope you're getting a feel for how I'm feeling about the DLC, the season 4 right now. It's a lot of meh, cool, okay, sure. Nothing crazy, nothing like blowing my mind here. We're not getting anything innovative or different or new. We're just getting reskins. I mean, you can see right here, we're seeing it on the screen at the moment. They're showing the policy selection from the Hacienda. It's the palace. Yes, people have been asking for a palace for a long time. People have been asking for a palace in the New World since the palace came out. So they're giving it to us. Basically, Season 4 is, fulfilling player needs and desires and demands and whining and blah, blah, blah. That's basically what Season 4 is. It's just fulfilling a bunch of, wish lists. They're making little check marks next to things people have been wanting. That's really all it is. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Let me make that clear. There's nothing wrong with the developers appeasing the player base and giving them stuff they want. That's fine with me. Give me new stuff that we've never seen before and some innovative, interesting mechanics as well. Give us some things we want. Blow my mind with something I've never seen before. Give me both. Why can't I have both? I want both things. If I'm paying, this is gonna be a little inside joke for a few people, $25 for a DLC season pass, then I would also like to see some stuff that I've not seen before and not just a bunch of reskins and renamed mechanics. And some of those mechanics we've seen in mods that are for free. So I could get similar mechanics for free via mods and not have to pay money for it. So, that's kind of my whole thing with it. I'm on the fence. It looks interesting. I kind of like some of it, but at the same time, how quickly are we going to be done with it and move on and go back to the old world where everything happens, where all the action is, and not care about the new world anymore? How quickly are we going to be able to blow through this? And how much of an impact is it going to have on the game as a whole? Will all of these new things have a major impact on the majority of the player base? I don't think so. Record builders, sure. Record builders always find a way to exploit and utilize everything to their advantage. That's just what they do. They exploit things to the maximum to try to, stroke it over having 8 million population. Big whoop, okay? Sorry, I know I just pissed off all the record builders with that, but it's copy pasting until you hit a population goal. It's not difficult. It just takes knowledge of game mechanics. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. Record builders will like it because it will let them squeeze more population in. That's fine. Beauty builders will like it because, they can make pretty little hacienda towns. That's fine. But for the casual, regular player that's not any extreme of any sort of play style, what does the season really do for them? What does it add, interestingly? Is that a word? I don't know if it is. What is it going to add for them as a casual player that's going to really make their gameplay interesting? Not much. A few little things with the Hacienda are kind of fun, but overall, not a whole lot of crazy new stuff that we haven't seen before. We had a discussion about it on my Discord server. What's my definition of what I see as innovative and game changing? The Palace when it was first introduced, the Research Institute, the Arctic with the gas and stuff. Now, yes, it's just a power plant, but it was a different type of power plant. It was something new and different that didn't require trains and stuff, but it required a lot of setup and prep work to make it work. So, we've had a lot of very neat, innovative mechanics added into the game. Season 4 is not giving us anything innovative or interesting. It's just giving us a lot of copy-paste mechanics. And, again, like I said earlier, it's fine. Some people like that, and some people love it, and that's perfectly okay. But not all of us do, and a lot of us want to see something different. And that's why I think I've seen a lot of just apathetic reactions to season 4. A lot of just, cool, that's neat, fun, nothing crazy. So from here, I'm kind of hoping that honestly this is it. I don't want to see a season 5. This is starting to show that they are running out of ideas. You know, they're running out of new, fresh ideas, and they're just trying to come up with something. You know, they're just trying to come up with something and throw something out and see what sticks. I really do hope this is it for Anno. And I've been playing these games for 20 years now, and I've never seen an Anno that they have just kept on with and just kept adding stuff to. You know, one of their main problems is, you know, we're reaching Paradox levels of DLC content. You know, Paradox is infamous for having dozens of DLCs. You know, we'll be up to what, 12 DLCs now for this? That's a lot of DLC content. That's a lot. And Ubisoft Mind's main issue is that they are not as, well, not, shouldn't even say that. They refuse to address the base game. All they ever keep doing is adding on. They take it, they start here, they just keep building. They just keep building it up, making it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, without changing the fundamentals of anything. Paradox, by comparison, has no problem with scrapping entire systems in the game and redoing them from scratch. Go look at Stellaris and how many times it has changed. Stellaris today is nothing like Stellaris when it first launched. They are not afraid to scrap entire systems and rebuild them from scratch for a DLC, or for as a free update to go alongside a DLC that adds new mechanics that go with the new features that they have scrapped and rebuilt. That I'm cool with. I'm good with DLCs that tie in to the game when the game has been completely overhauled and the new mechanics tie into it really well and feel fluid and feel like part of it. Stuff with Anno just keeps feeling tacked on, just duct taped. Duct taping mechanics everywhere, just tossing it in there, seeing what sticks onto it. You know, we've got, you know, you start off at farmers, making your farming goods, you go through workers, you're making your worker goods, you get to artisans, all of a sudden now you get docklands. The docklands, you can just skip stuff, start skipping things. You may not ever have to produce canned goods. You may not ever see the canned good production chain. You may not ever build it. And for a new player, I feel like that's a detriment. Because you are taking away game mechanics and removing game mechanics, or the ability to do game mechanics from the player. Now, yes, they don't have to do that if they don't want to, but most of them are told to do it. You know, hey, I can't figure out how to supply canned goods to my people. I keep running out. What's the very first comment? Oh, just import it with docklands. Don't worry about producing it. Just import it. Or, granted, just use the actor. Just use the actor and you don't have to ever produce canned goods. They keep adding in a lot of mechanics and a lot of stuff like that to the game. Some of it has been there since release that has just dumbed the game down to a degree. And I don't really necessarily agree with it. So I don't want to see them continue to do that in the future. The season 4 stuff so far doesn't look like it's doing that too bad. Of course, we haven't seen much. The Hacienda, little bit with the Hacienda being able to produce like beer and stuff in the new world. But then again, you have to take up space with it. So the space requirement for the beer production in the new world, is it more efficient than what you can produce in the old world? We don't know. So there's a lot of questions there. So far, I'm on the fence. It might be interesting. It might be boring. I don't know. Will I play season 4? Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I will play season 4. I'm going to, I promise, I will be playing some Season 4 for you guys. We're going to do it. I'm going to buckle down and we're going to play some Season 4 on this channel. We're going to build up a new world with a big old Hacienda. I'm going to call it Taka's house. Taka's love palace. Stop. You're not going to be PG anymore. Anyways, so that's it for me. Kind of my thoughts right now on the Season 4 stuff, where the game is at currently, where it's heading, where I would like to see it head, where I don't want to see it going. And that's kind of about it for me. What are your thoughts on the Season 4 content? What do you like? What do you not like? Are you excited about 100% of it? And if you are, awesome. Again, I have no problem with people being excited about Season 4. You know, I have seen some people like, oh, I can't believe you don't like Season 4. How dare you? How dare you not like Season 4? Sorry, guys. Not everyone's going to like it. Deal with it. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. Season 4 stuff, so far, on the fence. We'll see. See about it. But yeah, let me know down below what your thoughts are on everything, how you're going to address things. Are you going to produce all your beer in the New World? Are you going to produce all your schnapps in the New World? Which schnapps, I believe, is coming later, because schnapps will be needed by... Actually, it might be needed now. I don't remember anymore. It's very late right now. I'm recording this super, super late, and I'm super, super tired. But yeah, we may need it later. Don't know. But we will need schnapps for something. Maybe it might be for the Hacienda homes. Might be. I don't remember anymore. But we're going to need that. And I saw like aioli and hot sauce. We need hot sauce. We got to have some Tabasco. Kind of fun. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Cautiously optimistic about Season 4. So we'll see how it goes. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.